Hey, I'm Mumu, like a cow but twice. I'm writing my first book, and so I picked some poems from that to share with you. Usually I do comedy poetry, but this weekend I had my heart broken for the third time. The love of my life married a prince. But oh well. This first one is called Definitions. I asked her, what is love? She told me to Google it. Noun, 1, a strong feeling of attraction. Example, babies feel parents with intense feelings of love. I asked her, does this mean that I love you, or I love being able to call you baby? 2, a great interest and pleasure in something. Example, his love for football. I don't love football, but does it count if I'll watch you for hours and pretend I know what's going on? Verb 1, feel deep affection or sexual love for someone. Example, do you love me? I asked her, what is love? She said, it's a tough question. She says I love to ask tough questions. She loves how I never question why she won't answer the tough ones. Example, do you love me? I asked her, what is love? She told me she wasn't so sure. I told her I have so much love it's hard to tear apart with a microscope, so she bought me a telescope and it turned love into a universe. She didn't need a telescope because she already knew the universe is 99% nothing. I thought, baby, love isn't a 99% nothing, it's a 1% something that makes it all matter. I asked her, do you love me? She asked me, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. This next one is a little underdeveloped. This one is, this one's it's got a lot of editing to do, but I thought I'll share it anyway. It's called Eltons, which of course is short for an apology letter to my first girlfriend for having put up with my bullshit during our short-lived, very loving relationship. It's about as subtle as a brick through a window. And sometimes when I think about it, my heart feels so heavy, I want to write a note around it and throw it through your window. And on that piece of paper, it'll just say, I'm sorry. But it won't say I'm sorry because in those 2 words, I want to tell you that I've read the whole dictionary. I've memorized the thesaurus, I've learned every human language, and I could rewrite this poem in Spanish, pero no hará la diferencia because I still can't find the right words to tell you how I feel. So I'll just end up on I'm sorry. But it won't say I'm sorry because in those 2 words, you'll hear me tell you for the 1,000th time that I just need one more chance. That I'm not sorry I upset you, but I'm sorry you got upset, that it's not me, it's you, that I wish you had done things differently. I don't know how to prove to you that's not what I mean. So for the 1,000th time, I'll just say, I'm sorry. My ego told me that I was your biggest mistake. I told myself I was the apple of your eye, but I was the eye of your storm. The butterflies you raised in my stomach caused hurricanes in your heart. We're not in Kansas anymore. I tried to draw you a map back home, but instead I just wrote, I'm sorry, and it showed you how to get further away from me. You taped up your windows to save them from hurricanes. My heart bounced off of them, and so I buried it in your garden. Maybe one day it'll grow into a tree. Maybe one day you'll sit in its shade and it'll save you from the heat of the sun or keep you dry from the rain. Maybe you'll scratch in the name of your next lover, or maybe you'll chop it down for firewood. One day I hope I'm no longer a mistake. I hope when you cut me down, you collect the leaves as they fall. On each one, I'll write, I'm sorry. All right, I got one more. This one is kind of about heartbreak, and I guess my first one. In the spirit of Ramadan, this is my poem about leaving my religion and leaving my faith. It's called In the Name of God. Bismillah, in the name of God, Ar-Rahman, the benevolent, Ar-Rahim, the merciful. Bismillah, in the name of God, Ar-Rahman, I would count your name 100 times. Ar-Rahim, hoping one day you might hear it. Bismillah, I learned all 99 of your names, Ar-Rahman, the benevolent, Ar-Rahim, until I forgot that mine had any value. Bismillah, I would beg for your forgiveness, Ar-Rahman, until I could no longer forgive myself, Ar-Rahim, the merciful. Bismillah, you are all that meant anything to me, Ar-Rahman. I loved you and feared you to the point, Ar-Rahim, that I no longer meant anything to myself. Bismillah, they told me that you loved me, Ar-Rahman, and if I didn't love you back, Ar-Rahim, you could make sure I'd regret it. Bismillah, I would count your name 100 times. Ar-Rahman, I couldn't sleep until you heard me. Ar-Rahim, it was all they ever taught me to do. Nothing meant anything because you meant everything. You always meant everything until you meant nothing. And on the day that I decided that my one had more power than your 99, everything meant something again. Thanks.